Welcome to week 4. We just finished up our first module and starting our second module on instructional methods and materials. And week 4 is the beginning of that, where we're starting to look at emergent literacy development. At the National Reading Recovery Conference this year, Marianne Doyle, who is out of Yukon, was a keynote speaker. And something I want you to be thinking about this week is a message that she delivered during that keynote speech. She said clearly that we can do better. She indicated that if a child isn't making expected progress, the teacher hasn't discovered the best instructional plans for that child yet. In this week, you're going to begin to discover why appropriate and motivating instruction is important to all learners, and you're also going to discover ways to provide instruction for emergent literacy development. Keep in mind that appropriate, engaging instructional strategies are only as good as how they match the child's need, going back to really responding to the learner and the learning and adjusting as a teacher to that learner and learning. Before we start saying what the child can't do, it's really important to see what the child can do and then figure out how to meet those students' needs. So, this week you can see under objectives, the objectives, we're going to be able to apply a wide range of appropriate and motivating instruction, both implicit and explicit, and then select, construct, and apply appropriate and engaging instructional strategies, activities, and materials focused on emergent literacy development. So we don't have any textbook readings for this week, but you're going to be having some online reading. There's some websites here that you're going to be looking at and some YouTube resources. There's also a Integrity session that we might need to check into if it will be there or not. I think we've seen this one. It might be a revisit as well as an additional one. So going through all of these resources are going to lead you to what you'll need, I guess, for the assessments of week 4, which is this multi-sensory approach, or the multi-approaches reflection paper. And so what you're going to be doing here is you're going to review the following programs and then also everything else within this week, those online resources and videos. And you're going to write a reflection paper that includes a summary of the major concepts for appropriate motivating instruction in oral language, phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, comprehension, concepts of print, and vocabulary. So you're going to address each of those components, each of the components of reading development in a separate section, and include a discussion of the instructional strategies, texts, and activities that are pertinent to each section. So make sure you're covering all of those. Actually, it's 7 sections, and including the reading development and focusing on motivating and appropriate instruction for those 7 areas. Okay? That's due by Sunday. The learning activity this week, I have a discussion posted for you, week 4, and this is called We Can Do Better. And going back to that idea that Marianne Doyle stated is we can do better, and then thinking about what Mari Clay, who is the theoretical mind behind reading recovery and reading, says about failure. She says the first thing a teacher needs to do when a child is failing is to look at their own teaching. That's the first step that we need to take before we move into switching, is to see what we're doing for that student. I want you to think about how these ideas impact your instruction and your current thinking. Does it change depending on the child you're working with and whether or not they have a disability? Why or why not? Share your experiences. Again, this is a learning activity. So it's your initial post is for Wednesday, replies to posts on Sunday, and hopefully you'll have an engaging discussion about being a reflective practitioner. All right, that's week 4. I will, if you have questions or if you need anything from me, send me an email and I will connect with you then. Have a great week. Bye.